we have so much to talk about Anime NYC. It was so not fulfilled, but not for Anime NYC reasons, for my reasons, because I only went there one day. So
no, one day is not enough. I feel like
No,
I
it's
have
not.
flubbed my cons for this year. I went to a Los Angeles Anime Expo, but just for one day. Regretted one day. Anime NYC, only available for one day. Regretted only being able to go for one day. There was so much merch I didn't even get to see because time ran out too quickly.
Man.
Yeah, I mean, I went there 2 days and I still didn't get to see everything. Yeah, like the whole upstairs section never made it.
Never even made it.
Never made it. Shout out to anyone who decided to get grilled by Brie. Good job. Well done.
Yeah, shout out to anybody that was able to survive Brie. I should say that. Because Brie came in, was like, I am here. I missed a day. But you guys will feel my wrath for the whole weekend. So if you guys don't know this, Brie definitely came through with the clutch. I'll tell you, Brie said this.
name of the
Brie came
anime,
through with
Kids
some
on
anime
the
trivia
Slope.
at the Shonen
Correct.
PvP.
Okay.
It was 2028.
Let's see if you can make
We were
it to our
doing
first
anime
prize
trivia,
here.
also a
I'm
giveaway,
seeing that.
and Brie was just taking names and bitches love cannons. I mean, that's
Yeah.
her motto.
I really
Yeah,
thought
we
I was
were-
being nice.
Yo, when we were planning this, me and Patty were like, yo, we're just going to use our trivia book. You know, they're nice, standard questions. You know, we've kind of field tested them. If you bought the book, you probably know some. You know, you be ready. Yo, we're heading to the con. Bree hits me up. All right, so I got some questions, right? Tell me if these too hard. First question. How many of the Sailor Scouts had blue skirts? And I'm like, huh? I got it right. I
really
guessed.
thought these questions were doable. I had screened them all past Derby beforehand, and he said, "Yeah, those are fine." So
He
of course,
lied.
when I got to the con and people were just dropping left and right, I was like, "What is this? Is this Comic Con or something?" By accident, I thought I was at Anime NYC,
No.
but apparently none of y'all
Wow.
watch anime.
Hold on.
Wow.
I
That's
did
not on
lie.
me.
I
The
did
dig.
lie. But in my defense,
Uh-huh.
I ain't know everyone else was going to be lying. Because people were saying, yo, 1 out of 10, how much anime you watch? 8, 9. All right. You bout this life. You should be crushing me because I would say 6.
I mean, it's it's fair. Like, you know, if you bought a ticket for Anime NYC, you feel like you invested. You invested money to come to an all anime con. So if you ask me how well I know my anime, yes, I'm gonna give you like an 8. My bank account is gonna tell me I should say I'm an 8 because the way I withdraw every single dime for this month's rent just to make sure that I have food and lodge just to be at this weekend con, yes, I'm an 8. But Bree came in was like, no, bitch. Whoever told you
You
was an
a
8 don't love you. They lied to you. They didn't care about your feelings. And you know what? I'm not sparing you. I'm going to sit there and I'm going to tell you the truth because what should have happened was the people that told you thought you was an 8 should have told you, sit this one out. But you came
I
here
had
with your chest.
asked beforehand. It's not
That
my
don't
fault
make it
that they had
better.
dipped their
That
toes
don't
in the
make it
waves and
better.
thought they knew the depths of the ocean. They came over here telling me that they were good, so I specifically catered my questions to their cosplay and demonstrated interest. And I got some stupid ass answers like
Wow.
Cowboy Bebop is a music
Wow.
anime.
Wow.
Is that on me?
Wait. Hold on. I
don't
can
think
see
he
why they said
Cowboy
that.
Bebop, though. I think he said Samurai Champloo.
That was it. Samurai Champloo is
I
a
can
music
see
anime.
why. No, I can see why they say that. I can see why they said that because we all know Samurai
Still the wrong
Champloo is
answer.
known for that killer soundtrack. It is.
Still a
No,
wrong
Killer
answer, though.
soundtrack does not make you a music anime.
It don't, but it should. It should, but it don't.
Like, Hypnosis Mike is a better answer.
But I'm not. Oof.
It's not a good anime, but it's a
It's
music.
not at all.
It's not. It's trash.
I'm just saying where the bar is.
I see.
But that's just to say, I thought I was being nice. I tried to be really gentle. And then I walk
You're a
out
child.
afterwards and see like half these people clutching their stomachs laughing, saying how mean I was, how savage I was.
I'm not even
How I
gonna hold
stole their
you.
pants and kicked them out into the street.
You were brutal. You were brutal. It was hard to watch a little bit, but I loved it because it made for great content. But I'm gonna tell you one thing: if Anime NYC get a peep of what you was doing, I'm pretty sure they probably gonna be like, "Listen, we need to talk to you before we give you the next press badge."
Y'all niggas ain't allowed no more.
Yeah,
Anyway, shout out to
crazy.
Shonen
It was
Pump
crazy.
for letting us come hang out at their table.
Yeah, shout out
Do
to
some
Shonen
trivia.
Pump.
It was a
But
really
seriously,
fun
shout out
time.
to anyone who jumped in. Yeah, the questions are hard, but we had a good time.
We did have a good time. Thank you for participating. And I want to say a quick shout out to Bree and Derby too for holding it down for Black Ramen Podcast. Yay. That was awesome.
Now is also a pretty good time to announce that through Shonen Pump's Discord, we can like put some digits and details up later. We will be on an occasional basis hosting some virtual trivia nights. With
I swear the questions will be easier.
I'm going to
Maybe.
do my very best to make them very easy.
She's
You know, the
lying.
first question I'm going to ask, and I'm going to
She's lying.
promise this right now, every single time I host one of these trivia nights, is just give me 3 Pokemon. Any.
That is an easy
Just
one.
for the love of God, give me 3.
Mhm.
There. I just gave you guys a
And don't
freebie.
say
You have plenty of
Pikachu.
time to look it up, but we will post our all these details later. Again, these aren't going to be like any kind of weekly trivia nights, but every once in a while, we're going to hop on Discord, try to get a good crowd, and just have some fun guessing some anime trivia. So stay tuned for more information on that.
That was a great segue. I'm gonna take that clip and use it as a break commercial break.
Go for it. Go for it.
You're awesome. Okay, so let's see.
Oh, more
Did anybody
anime.
had their gripes about Anime NYC this year? Anybody had their
same
okay? Let's
usual
go with the
gripes, you know.
pros. Wait.
Pros?
Let's go with the gripes first. Let's go with the cons first.
Great.
And then we can go with the pros so we can leave on a good note because we do got to submit this video to Anime NYC. So I'm kind of like, hoping, they be like, okay, all right, we can let these niggas in,
Usual gripes, food way too expensive.
Yeah, that's
food
all right.
lines too long.
Yes.
So I can't eat. I gotta go all the way down the block to eat. And I think one time we came back and they tried not to let us back in.
Okay.
I mean, they understood the issue and then, it got resolved in like seconds. It's just guards still didn't really know that you're supposed to still let people in because stuff is still going on like past like 8 p.m.
I got you. Okay.
My gripe: the hentai section is still too small. You got.
It is only like 2 or 3 tables.
Yeah,
With
you
the
got just like
Lord's
2
Wi-Fi.
stables selling dojin.
Bring
And there's
the
more
Lord's
to the
Wi-Fi.
world than that. So especially after
Okay.
going to other cons, seeing this great laid out 18 plus section, flash your ID as you walk in and enjoy. Just having these like 2 little measly tables with just a few dojin, it's not enough for me. I want to expand. I want it to open up.
Pause.
So it's
Hey,
like,
yo.
that's the section. So I just think it can get a little bit
I just
more
realized
space.
everyone's name is wrong.
Wow, we're all sexual chocolate. I'm so sorry, ladies and gentlemen. And you know what's so crazy? We totally skipped doing intros because I knew for a fact our names was up. So we're all sexual chocolate today. I guess so.
There,
Well,
I'm
there goes Sleepy Bree. Okay. So we got 2 sexual chocolates. Okay, let's go. Okay,
about
Bree,
you,
what was
Patty?
your other
Gripes?
gripe? Oh, that was your only gripe?
That's my main gripe.
Let's see. All right. I'm trying not to get too deep, but shit, let's go. All right. So here's my scenario, right? I feel like every time when a Black creative comes on and tries to apply for a panel, the only way you get accepted to have a panel at Anime NYC is if you're talking about the Black experience, meaning, the struggle. And I feel like, yes, these talks should be had, but I feel like now we should also incorporate the fun aspects of why it's so dope for us to come together and just take over and make our own space within that space. It doesn't necessarily have to be a whole panel about, hey, diversity, or hey, how can we see ourselves in this medium, in this anime industry, right? I feel like we have those discussions every year, and it's me personally, I'm just tired of them, right? I saw a great panel with If the Shoe Fits, and they are a great group. They make music. They also do their monthly city pop parties. They all DJs. They all artists. They had a panel with Land Party and other people that were part of the industry, right? POCs. And the main topic of discussion is how to preserve, a safe space for the Black community, right? And I felt like we did a panel similar to that like a year ago. Was it a year ago or 2 years ago? Probably
That was
2 years
last
ago.
year.
It was last year, right? We did a panel, and we applied for two. We did one which was an anime trivia panel, which I thought it was great, which was phenomenal. That's when Brie got in her bag and was like, "This is it. I'm
That
going
was
to do
music
this."
team one.
And that's when she was like, "We need to make a book," because the questions was coming out like crazy. We were just having fun. We applied for another panel for us to do anime trivia songs. I think it was the same panel. Nah, it was the same panel.
Yeah,
Trivia
that was the
song-
same. So we had done the Black panel and also applied for kind of like a music trivia
Right.
game panel.
And the panel that got picked up was creating safe spaces for Blacks and POCs. For Black
The
people
struggle
and POCs.
panel, we can call it.
The struggle
I think,
panel.
and I won't even limit this just to like if you're POC applying, because they don't ask what you look like when you're applying. But I noticed the same thing. You're more likely to get accepted if you're doing a struggle panel, like a queer LGBTQ plus in anime media struggle, women in anime media struggle, a Black in anime media struggle. And at the end, like, yeah, we're getting these diverse voices, but it's only specifically the let's represent how difficult it is type panels. And I feel like it's harder, and I see less of more just fun type panels. Like, I don't notice as much like game type panels, as much like fun interaction type panels. So I feel like they might have shifted the balance so much towards an industry panel focus. Like, they want to get industry people in, maybe interviews with some mangaka.
Industries and
A
lectures,
bunch
that's
of
what
like
we get a lot.
publishing houses had their own panels, which
Wait, hold on,
was
Brie,
really cool
hold
because
on.
I'm a publishing geek.
Wait, hold on,
but-
Brie. Big Daddy said something. What you said, Derek?
I'm saying- wow. I said it's industries and lectures, so it's almost like, you're going
Yes,
to class. It's like
Exactly.
a conference almost, and it's like
all those
I kind of
educational.
want to just have fun, so you'll see me like kind of avoid panels a lot. It's like I'm just gonna hang out in Artist Alley in the gaming section, maybe catch like a little bit of a stage show. It's like, yeah, I've seen one. I've seen kind of most of them. I get it. It's rough, and it's a conversation that needs to happen. It's weird that it's happening 10 times the same weekend.
But,
Yeah.
and again, the same conversation for each: the women's one, the LGBT one, the Black one, the POC one. So yeah, it's either industry panels or struggle type panels, and I don't notice enough just fun ones going. Like, as I was flipping through, it's like, oh yeah, that's kind of good. That's kind of good. Aside from the industry ones, just kind of the run ones, and it's like none of them seem
Like,
like fun. They seem informational, but they don't really seem like something like a fun hangout thing to do while I'm here.
Right.
To Anime NYC's credit, I do know they had one. Patty was part of it with the Fanboy Fighter, where it's basically just the argument panel.
But even the
It's just
Fanboy
people who
Fighter
like
one
arguing.
was
Yeah.
well, super cool. I'm so glad you got to do that. But even that, wasn't it just you guys, or did you have much like audience participation? Because more
Here's
of
the
those,
thing.
especially with audience participation, would be super cool.
It was a lot of
Audience
art.
just jumped in.
It was?
It was
Okay.
a lot of
Yeah.
audience.
I missed out.
It
I
was
wasn't
late,
there on
so
Friday.
I had to go home because
It
I had
was
to
lit.
catch my
It was
train.
lit.
So I was like, "Yo, 10 minutes before this ends, I gotta leave."
Yeah, it was
But
lit.
nah,
Shout out.
they would have a good time.
Derby, give me one of
Yelling
those.
at
if
each
you
other.
out. Nah, it was a great time.
I
Shout out to
did like a
Fantastic
shonen dad.
Frankie. Shout out to Fantastic Frankie for having me on the panel. Shout out to Shonen Showdown and Anime Sundays. They were a part of the panel. It was a great tone. It was a great turnout.
Thank
Tony
you for guys for
Weaver,
having a fun one.
Yeah, it was
I
cool.
want more fun panels, not just informational, good to know, but let's hang out and have a good time type panels. And I wonder if Anime NYC is trying to, make sure all these good informational ones get gone and overgive priority to that. As opposed to just some more, hey, here's some fun fans who want to organize some,
right? And you know
cool,
what?
interesting panels, not just informational. Like,
Right.
I don't need any more panels with slideshows.
I don't need. Here's the thing. I'm not saying that these conversations don't need to be had, but I feel like we also need to have more fun spaces within our right. Like we should be able to talk about, hey, listen, what's the secret? What's a great way to make an avatar look more like us when the game is like how to mess with the glitch in the game when you're building an avatar and make sure that it has the proper hair. Because I'm tired of the dreads to the side. I'm tired of like
very fun actually. Like
that would
all right,
be
we're
fun.
just gonna sit in this room and do a character creator of this famous game. Here's how you make a black person. Go.
Exactly. That would have been awesome.
That sounds so cool.
It would have been
Right?
awesome if we had like if we did have a trivia where we get, oh my god, guess who's up?
I won't lie to you. I forgot he could walk.
Haircut.
I fully forgot he could walk already.
Yeah, he could.
He got places to be.
I see. But yeah, it would have been fun. I'm not saying these panels, like again, I'm not saying these panels aren't important, but I felt like it's kind of like, damn, how can I put this in the right way, Brie? And Derby, I just feel like I'm tired, kind of exhausted to every time when you see a
You're
black
tired of the struggle panels.
Yeah, I'm tired of the struggle panels.
It's
I
basically
am.
what's happening with like Hollywood, and we're all tired of like the slave suffering movies.
Right.
Yep, it's tough. Okay, I can't. I'm not giving you money for this. I get it. You want an Oscar, but no.
Yeah. Like perfect example, shout out to Vinta Cosplay. She makes it her business to have a panel dedicated to black hair, right? So it's
I
a
missed
panel.
Kinks and Curls this year.
Yeah, Kinks and Curls was always fire every year. They show you how to protect your style when wearing wigs for your cosplay, how to safely, wear certain styles that won't damage the hair while you're in your cosplay, and how to, if you want to be natural, if you want to have a perm, all those different textures, they show you how to incorporate that with your cosplay. Because it shouldn't stop you from actually being the character that you want to cosplay. It should actually be the component to make the character fire. Because nobody's going to cosplay the character like you do if you do it the way you want to do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the panels that I truly adore and love. I just wish we had more of that instead of the trauma struggle panels. Like,
Let me ask you, how do you think, both of you can answer this, how do you think we can get more of those in con? So is it a matter of Anime NYC organization looking at panel suggested submissions and shifting more towards fun? Because I, at the same time, don't want to lose these important representational ones that are kind of necessary in the field. Or is it up to fans who are suggesting panels, hey, maybe this has been done before, so suggest something more fun? Like, how do we get more fun stuff so it's not just like a content lecture series without losing the actual relevant lectures that we do kind of want having represented in anime?
It's a little tough since we're not in the rooms making that decision. So I don't know fully what came their way. Because it could legitimately be that Anime NYC mainly had these come in. And it was like a few other ones, and they're like, we don't really know them. We're not going to risk like a trivia with that. But this is a safe topic that we know gets a lot of pull. People want to see it. And it goes. I think it's going to be more on the fans and just applying with more fun panels. More just like you remember like a few years ago, there was that whole Black Men Are Frolicking. Just more of that.
what a time to be had. I love that. He said, what, we frolicking?
What?
He said, wait a minute. Oh yeah, I love that. I love that. But
so just more of that. Just more people going like, nah, I want to do this. You could have a black spin on it. That's always fun. That's always intriguing.
Especially if it's taking place in New York.
Yeah.
Come on. Just makes
Right.
sense.
I was also considering I was gonna do one of a struggle panel, right? And then take my mic, go by the door, close the door, and be like, all right, y'all ready? All right.
It's a bait and switch.
Surprise. It's an anime party. What's up? We're living in our blackness.
Karaoke.
Exactly. You thought they wasn't gonna give us the stage if we told them what we wanted to do. Let's really do it. Bree, drop mic. Go ahead, do it. Like,
Was there any karaoke at Anime NYC? Any karaoke type of event?
I think there were. It's just I couldn't partake because I had to.
Yeah,
we had
as much as we're complaining about like all the struggle, like there was a lot of fun.
There was a lot of things going on. They were
a lot of cosplay events, various different shows. Shout out to all the cosplayers because saw a lot of Freyrin. Well done.
There was a lot of Freyrin.
Bree,
really good mustache.
Bree.
That was good.
We don't say my name. And so Dungeons and Delicious in Dungeon. You know how many Shinjis we saw?
So many.
Especially Sexy Elf Senshi.
We saw one. He looked gorgeous. His hair was mad long. I think he knew the assignment. I don't know. It wasn't a wig. It was his hair. I was like,
yep. He was prepping for it.
It was dope.
I'm so happy that show is getting the love it deserves. And I'd like to point out, as a Netflix only show, that does show that, people are going to Netflix or catching Netflix anime as they come out. Like, this is an Amazon Prime. People know about these and are watching these.
Yes.
They might not have Crunchyroll, but they probably do have access to Netflix.
And Netflix is doing the damn thing. We need another love letter to Netflix. I will do an episode real quick.
I won't do it.
Why? What happened?
The password sharing crackdown.
Yeah, I'm still boycotting Netflix personally.
Okay, there it is. One says no, we all say no. That's how we go. We collective. Let's go.
I do. I'm in the middle of Love is Blind. I can't be dropping Netflix right now.
Yo, you know what's crazy? Because Brie has Netflix, I technically have Netflix still. And I'm like, well, the latest season of The Dragon Prince, I'm not gonna not watch it.
See, listen, you gotta pick your struggle. I say one thing and you like, nah, we boycott. All of a sudden, you know what? They're not that bad.
No, they are that bad. Look, let me tell you that if Brie got rid of Netflix, I'm not gonna get it. I'll just suffer.
And he's bluffing because he knows I'm too addicted to get rid of Netflix. It is still my number one favorite streaming platform.
I said if. It's not a bluff.
Okay. I see.
But anyway, we griped. What about some applause and flowers for Anime NYC?
Artist Alley. No, Artist Alley was beautiful. I didn't get a chance to really go into Artist Alley. First of all, shout out to Derby. I'm gonna tell you why. Derby was like, all right, you ready? I'm like, yeah, I'm ready. Derby took me all the way to the A's. He said, we're gonna start from here and then we're gonna go like this. We're gonna go like this. We're gonna go A, B, C. We ain't gonna miss nothing. So Derby got me in the A's. I'm in the A's. I see Straw Hat Goofy. Shout out to Straw Hat Goofy. We took a picture. That was dope. And then boom, we got to the B's. We got, I bought a pin. It's like almost every aisle there was a pin that needed to be had. And
you finally found the pins? I swear, every con I go to you with, you say, where are the pins at? Why are there no pins?
Cool. See, I was with her this time.
That's the problem. I gotta be with Derby. Derby has an eye for pins. I don't know what's in his glasses. I don't know what it was. But it's like a little twinkle.
Pin tracking technology.
Yes, it is. Yes, Boma got nothing on you, sir. He found every single Dragon Ball I needed. I'm telling you right now. I became Super Saiyan when I found the pin of all pins. I saw Revolutionary Girl Utena, and it was both the baddies that I love so much. And they were
the same table that had the Pluto pin.
Yes, they had Pluto
and Monster.
Yes, and they had Monster. I bought a keychain. Wait, did Derby give you the keychain?
I got my Hisoka.
Okay, good. So I bought all 3 keychains for all 3 of us. Derby was like, I don't really want it. I was like, Derby, it's all 3. You have to pick one. I'm good. I'm like, Derby, really? Okay, which one do you want? Okay, I'm going to take this one. He's like, all right, I'll just take whatever. I'll take Gon.
Nah, you did not take Gon. You took Killua.
No, you said you took Gon.
Oh,
He's like, I'll take Gon. Because I already said
I know what you wanted. There were 3 options. It was
I'm
Hisoka,
tired of
Gon,
you.
and Koa.
I'm tired of you acting like you know me. You don't know, sir. Now I have to lie. He does know me,
Yeah,
especially
but
on my birthday. They both know me. They both know me, and it's so special. But yeah, the Artist Alley was amazing. It wasn't too crazy, so we were able to maneuver a little bit. I got a little shoulder, a little
yeah.
bump, and that was it. I got one person who forgot what deodorant was. That was just one time. That was one time.
And it was
After that,
summer, so that's pretty good.
that was great. That was great, considering the fact that it's August.
Hmm.
So it was great. It was great. I was a little scared because, but they kept the temperature nice and cool. Everybody was good. There was amazing cosplays. The women came out. It was amazing. I love every single cosplay every woman does. Even with the gender bending, I love it. Love it. Love it. The guys were the guys were doing their thing. The guys came, they did not come. They went to the gym all year for this. They was like, somebody gonna see these cakes. And I saw and I partake. It was great. It looked like it was a little more organized. Nobody was bone rushed. Like it was easy access getting in and out. The way they checked my bag was real nice and smooth. Bam, bam. What's in there? No guns? Like, nah, no guns. All right, boom, you can go. It was really nice. Like it was flowing. It was flowing. And Anime NYC put in back because I had doubts because it felt like everything that we do, it was work related and it wasn't fun anymore. I get it. We have a podcast and we owe an obligation to our listeners to give them or try to give them the full experience of being at Anime NYC from a Black perspective, from our perspective, right? So we try to do that, but also we get lost in the sauce. I remember buying a ticket to Anime NYC and can't sleep the night before because I'm like, yo, I can't wait. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to see all these cosplays. I'm ready to see people that love the stuff that I love, that I don't feel ashamed of actually loving wearing this shirt or actually cosplaying. And it was dying down for us a little bit, but this kind of made up for it this year. I had fun this year. I had one little gripe. I wasn't with Bree this year. So that was my gripe. I really missed you, Bree. I mean, Derbs, you cool and all.
No, it's all good.
But
I got to enjoy it with both of them, so I was good. I had me a great Anime NYC. Friday with Patty and then Saturday with Bray. So I was cool.
Outside one day was not enough for me. Even though I got to go on Saturday, I needed multiple days. I did not make it all the way through Artist Alley. I feel like I missed a lot. Like I looked at the schedule and see what things were available, but I didn't get to fully walk around everywhere like I would have liked to if I had more time. Because the hours just fly.
Oh yeah. Hours be flying when you spending money too. Like it's crazy.
The speed at which Bree spent money.
Okay, so I had a strategy this year. I always go in and spend way too much money.
It's the main strategy everyone has, so I'm going to give you that spoiler. Go
but
ahead.
I had never tried this strategy before. So I told myself, you know what? I'm going to stop at an ATM. Mm-hmm. I'm going to pull out X amount of money, and that's it. I'm going to pay in cash. And then I'm going to leave. I can avoid those like extra pesky fees. So like you, I got to the Artist Alley portion. I skipped the industry sellers. I go straight to the fan artists.
Right.
And I enter at A, right?
Uh-huh.
Before I got to B, my cash was gone.
There it is.
Before I got to B, I said, what the hell?
There it is. I
came with like $200 or something.
Yo, Bree made me buy stickers. So think of how many stickers that is.
Stickers.
Did you put them in your thing already?
I put them in my notebook. They look so nice. Oh, good. So the things, I had this tiny purse, super thin, super tiny. And when you buy stickers, you don't know how many you've packed away until you start unpacking them. So hundreds of dollars gone before I hit like D. Because of course, once I ran out of cash, it's like, well,
pull out the
let's get this credit card. Slap. I came with three credit cards. I used every single one of them in rotation.
Yeah, I think I saw
you get that card, you get that card, you run that card over there. And then some tables were taking Venmo. What am I supposed to not Venmo them directly from my bank account?
Yeah, I don't know.
Bruh.
I got a very good Storm and Jinx pin, and the internet was
Oh.
being a little iffy. It's like the internet was
Oh.
trying to save me money, and then I was like, "Oh, you got Zelle?" They're like, "Yeah, we got Zelle." I was like, "Yo, my phone working, so
Man.
what's up?"
Man,
If
every
you are
table.
a fan artist for the love God, put your Zelle on the table as an option. Mad money. Crazy money.
First of all, I didn't take out no cash. Every single table we went to had Apple Pay. So the way my phone went, ding ding, like every time, I just had to show my face, ding ding, and then it just was like it was just gone. Like, and you know what? I appreciate you, Chase, because I'm gonna tell you what Chase did. Chase knew what day it was, because Chase didn't hit me up with like, "Is this you?" Because this is a lot of money you're spending. No, Chase was like, we know what date it is. We know what Patty's into. Oh, this is, and they could tell. They could tell. And shout out to Teal Teacup real quick.
Oh, Teal
My
Teacup.
beauty, my empress. Let me tell you how booming her table was. Her table.
Her booth.
Her booth was
She
so
has like
crazy.
a whole walk around feature.
You know, you had to fill out a paper to buy a pen. You had to put in.
There was an order form.
There was an order form of stickies all around. Shout out to her because she actually stepped outside and said and gave us a hug real quick and was like, "I'm so sorry, I'm busy." I'm like, "Girl, get your coin. Get your coin." So shout out to Teal Teacup. We love her. She's amazing.
Especially her new Delicious and Dungeon designs. I love it. Her head empty ones.
Oh,
I bought several.
First of all, I'm pretty sure she left with just the booth. I know her shit was gone. I know they were like, by Sunday, I know I was like, "Let me get the display pin, please. Let me get the display
Right,
pin,
I see it right there.
please."
Don't tell me you're sold out. Give me that one.
Exactly. What about that one? You can't go home with that one. I need that
You
one.
don't need it.
You don't need it. You make it. Why do you need it? So
Just
yeah.
make more.
Do
I got
your
friends.
thing. Exactly. So that's a shout out to her. That was great. Yeah, there were a lot of stuff. We didn't end up going throughout the whole artist alley the way we wanted to because then we were crunched for time. But the roles that we did go to in artist alley was beautiful. Shout out to every single person that we bought from. We gave them like a Black Robin pin. And every single person was like, "Oh my God, I love this design." I was like, wait till you listen to the podcast. Here, just scan it. It was, we saw a lot of influencers, a lot of TikTok anime people were there. Some of them I didn't even recognize. Derby was like, she did that Watakoi dance with her father.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, okay, yes, I remember. Yes. And then, we started saying hi to everybody. Shout out to everybody that said hi. We had a couple of listeners that pulled up and was like, "Hey, Patty." I was like, "Man, let me tell you what happened. Hold on, let me tell you what happened.
Patty was having a bad day.
I was having a very bad day, right? I just found out I didn't pass my my road test. I'm livid. So this was supposed to be my pick me up. Somebody came, and you know how you on the brink of crying, and somebody says, "What's wrong?" and you try to hold it in, and all you had to hear was "What's wrong?" and he was like, "Let me tell you something." So this guy pulls up with his friend. Was like, "Oh, Patty from Black Ramen, we listen to you." I was like, "Oh, really?" He's like, "Yeah, we love the podcast." Da, 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 da. I was like, "Oh my God." He was like, "How you doing?" I was like, "Listen, you made my day. Let me tell you something. I failed my road test yesterday. I didn't even know I was gonna come. I'm like, I'm stressed." Derby was like, "Bitch, calm down."
Your whole life story just unloading.
I was like, "I'm sorry." It was therapeutic because I felt better afterwards. Me and Derby got something to eat. It was good. I felt better, but yeah, it was very therapeutic. The listeners that came and showed love, that said hi. Thank you to Oliata show that showed us so much love. You don't know how much that means to us. I literally say this all the time. Whenever we record, I feel like I record just for me to listen. I forget that y'all be listening. So whenever y'all come up and say, "Hey, we love Black Ramen, we listen to Black Ramen," I'll be like, "You listen?" Then I remember I post. We actually put this
to the
live.
public.
Word, I forget.
I try to forget.
But other than that, yeah, it's been very, very, very a good. It's always been a good experience. Yeah, this is gonna be how many years we've been going to Anime NYC with Press. This is gonna be like our fourth or
Fourth?
third.
Nah, probably third.
Our third.
Uh,
Yeah. And every time it's been like it's been work, but it's
no.
been good. It's been good. It reminds me why we do this. Like it reminds me like I'm not like I do this for all of y'all, the ones that we see that say hi to us, the ones that we see go back and forth. Like, you know how you wait all year to come out the closet? Like, this is it. Like, this is for us, you know?
It is such a pick me up just to see everyone
Yeah.
gathered in person. Just a bunch
Yeah.
of other anime people who get it.
Yeah,
Just surrounded and get it. So I had been
Yeah.
visiting my family. I couldn't stay for like the full 3 days this time because I was visiting some family down in Virginia. So I drove up like 8 hours for traffic to attend on Saturday and then drove back down on Sunday. So it was my entire 2 days. And just having to explain because I was picking up my little cousin to bring him with me and tell him all the older folks in my family, like, yes, it's an anime convention. Well, what do you do there? Buy stuff, I guess, hang out. Really? Buy stuff? Yeah. Got back, my cousin ratted out how much money I spent. Made the whole family sit down and listen to our Megan Thee Stallion episode.
Right.
Yeah,
He
really?
got me dirty. He got
Right.
me dirty.
Ah,
Which is
Doing
like
the
having to
Lord's
explain
work.
sometimes. But then you get to one of these conventions and there's no need to explain. There's no need for question marks. Everybody just gets it. You say you dropped $300, someone laughs and shows you the rent they're not paying.
Yo,
yeah.
yo, some
Yeah.
of these people spend way too much money.
No, no.
Like, yo, they're like, yo, I spent like $1,500. How? Wow.
First
Dang.
of all,
I thought I was spending money. I am
feel,
broke.
I feel like you're judging just a little bit, Derbs. Just a little bit.
Oh,
It's
are
never
you
too much.
destitute now?
It's
Oh,
never.
my
No,
bad, my
listen.
bad.
If
It's
I had it,
never
I'd
too
spend
much.
it.
I
If
would
I
spend it.
had it,
If
I would spend it.
Let me tell you.
3 day plus pass just the entire time. I would literally stop at every single artist booth to peruse.
You are so lucky I didn't have enough time to go overseas and donate a kidney because the way I would have cashed out and made sure I'm an O positive. I know my shit fire. So I'm definitely gonna come back with some
Universal
with some
donor.
bands.
Let's go.
There it is. So I was ready. I understand when people say, whew. But then when you lay them all out, then you're like, like, you know, this is
It's
like
the best feeling when you put them
Awesome.
all out in front of you afterwards and you say,
Yeah.
"Yeah, I've got no
Yeah.
regrets.
no, none,
Money
out.
well spent."
none,
I just
none.
filled out like 3 pages of my new pin book, and I'm like, yeah, that's
Yeah, it
nice.
is.
Right.
Yeah.
So what was that stat you found the other day about how much the average person spends on hobbies?
Yeah, I don't know if it's a real stat, but something like on TikTok where they're just pushing it, and they're like, yo, the average person spends like $255 a year on their hobbies, and everyone in the comments is like, bitch, where? What hobby is this? Stamp collecting? Like, even that feels like it should cost some money. Like,
Mm.
and then, yeah, you just remember, like, some people just go to the movies like twice a year and call it a day.
No, it's not enough. Not enough.
Whatever I do to try to maintain some nostalgia of my childhood of not paying rent, where everything was good, where I didn't have to worry about something called bills.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't have to
that?
worry about none of that shit. You know why?
Utilities? Oof.
Yeah, I
What's
think we
that?
Yeah, I think we just accidentally did the math on how much I've probably spent on manga.
As a matter of fact, ladies and gentlemen, if you could take a close look at
Behind Bree's wall.
Bree's wall right here. No, this is not a green screen. This is exactly what is behind the wall. Nothing but pounds of manga. And there's some more. Yes.
Yeah,
and I
if you're wondering, that's
guarantee
my shelf.
okay, that's Derby shelf. And I guarantee you
Well, some of mine are there.
Nah, I think yours are to the right.
there it
Yeah,
is.
I got some of them.
See?
Oh,
That was
oh,
mine.
my bad.
There it
I
is.
got some
Camera.
more on the floor and around the corner.
There you go.
Once a week, Barnes and Nobles, these two. Once a week. I need to keep
Even
up.
though we can't afford it.
But we're going tomorrow because Freyren drops.
There it is. There it is. There it
drops
is.
September 10th, Frey. We're recording on the 9th right now.
Wait, I know we're 40 minutes in, but what I forgot to mention, there was a panel that me and Derby partook in, and it was amazing. Yes, see, Derby said, ooh, ooh,
Yeah,
ooh.
press.
So it was about adults getting into manga.
Yeah, setting
Shout
up
out-
an adult library for manga. That's what
Right.
Yeah.
So shout out to Gigi, because Gigi was supposed to be in that panel, but she had stuff to do. So I wish she could have told me that, but it's okay. So
It's fun.
it
We had fun.
it was amazing, and they gave out a free. Like, let me tell you something. The selections these guys had, they knew where I came from, because as soon as that lady was like, okay, so my recommendation is given, I was like,
Let me tell you, that panel was great for me, but that was mainly because I was messing with Bray, just texting her about how great
yeah.
this panel
It was so wrong. It was
they talk about
disrespectful. Yo, when I tell you, driving 8 hours through hell traffic, I had to go through DC traffic, Baltimore traffic, and New York traffic in order to make it here. And all the while, this guy's just texting me. It's like, yo, they're talking about giving now.
No,
You know
not
that
even
publisher
texting.
you love?
Not
They're
just
announcing some new
texting.
stuff.
Pictures of the display of the big stream of Given. Like, and then the cat the cat manga too. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So when I see, this is the type of panel that I thought we should, POC should be having too. You Black people should. It's just talking about being adults and loving manga and understanding that we might hit certain people that don't get that manga is universal, and they still have that mind frame where they think that manga is just for children.
Yeah,
and perfect recommendations depending on genres and what you like. So they were very versed. They told you exactly, hey, if you like this, how do you recommend manga for people who want to get started, right? So they genuinely ask you, what is it that you are currently watching now? What are you into? And then based off of that, they'll say, hey, watch this, watch this, watch this. But the selection was on point. There was a white man in there
that we did not trust until he opened his mouth. And
I did not trust him at all.
With everything.
He looked like he had a face that was serious. He looked like a substitute teacher that actually had all the fucking shit that we were supposed to do when our teacher wasn't here. That evil substitute. That's what he looked like. Right. Like, come on. For real.
Sign work.
Exactly. Dude, it's free day. Like, what are you doing here? But when he came and he was like, oh yes. What was that manga? Innocent?
Yeah, he talked about Innocent.
But he didn't say it like that. He said, this is one of my favorite mangas.
One, right?
Innocent. Yeah, he said Innocent. I said, what? Oh my God. My man came out with the accent. He said Innocent. I was like, Derbs. He said, I know. I said, Derbs. Yeah, I know.
He also brought up a one that I was reading called Emanon, which I thought only had one volume, and then he was like, nah, there's mad volumes.
There it is.
Go buy more.
There it is. There it is. I took pictures of every manga that I knew that I needed to get from this panel. The panel was amazing. It was, I felt like it was dedicated to us specifically. And it was cool. It was cool. But one question I really wanted to ask them that I didn't get a chance to ask, because this is why Derby's the GOAT. Derby said, no, Patty, you need to sit here. So when they said they want to ask questions, you could just shoot for the mic. And I
she
tried.
Still didn't.
I still didn't.
Held herself back. I'm like, you're right there.
I was a little intimidated. So I was the third person online, but Shorty came and had a 2-part question. That fucking bitch. I know where you live, bitch. But anyway, so one question I really wanted to ask the panel, which I thought it was very, very good, is I know Barnes and Nobles has made it very, very beautiful. So when you go to the manga section, that, everybody's accepted, everybody's loved, no matter what age or race you are, you go into to Barnes and Nobles, you go to the 4th floor, whatever you go to, whatever floor it is, you know who I'm talking about, Susie and Union Square. But you go into these floors and it's a great time to be had. You can have a conversation with somebody randomly about a certain character, and then you forget, the lights turn off.
Actually,
oh my God, we're supposed to get kicked out.
But go off.
Nah, it happens.
It happens.
I was very thrown.
Mm-hmm. You say something.
It, and it was like,
listen.
Well, we're talking.
Dang, I say
right
that,
now.
but it's happened to me too.
There it is. See?
It just happens.
See, it happens.
You're reading. Oh, I'm reading this right now.
See, it comes out of nowhere. So one question I had was like, what is it that we can do to make reading manga the norm for the older audience, right? So every now and then, not every now and then, still is a Western shit. Is a Western piece of shit. That loving this type of stuff, anime and manga, is still frowned upon as, oh, that's kiddie. So having this panel was very essential, and it was needed. It was beautiful. But what is it that we can do to normalize people having access to manga that are over the age of 25 or well in their 30s or even older? So that's the question I wanted to ask. But we all know what the answer is. Ladies and gentlemen, tune in to Black Ramen Podcast. We'll tell you exactly what mangas you need to read, where to get them. And we don't and we know that you're supposed to have them. You know why? Because Black Ramen says so. We don't care about your age. We do care about your age, because if you are under the age of 18 and you reading certain shit that you're not supposed to read, I will tell your mother. I'm telling. Maybe just a little bit. I don't know. If you get caught, I'm saying that,
I'm hitting you with the I'm blind in my left eye. And I'm 47% blind in my right eye. I ain't see nothing.
Damn. But yeah, I mean, just tune into Black Ramen. We try our best to normalize stuff that people think that are not, the norm or whatever the case is. But love what you love, do what you do. And
find someone else you can make love it too. So I'll tell you, Patty, the answer to your question of how to do it is that little guy right behind you. You find them young, you train them from young. You got a little cousin, pull him in. You got a friend's little sister, bring her on board too. Under the table, slider, like, hey, I got some hardcore stuff right here. Just take a little bop of that, out in an instant. Drop them right in and train. That cousin I said I brought up all the way from Virginia so he could come to this con.
Did the Lord's work. We did the Lord's work.
Attack on Titan in 2014.
There it is.
Start them young.
There it is.
Bring them in. Young. Raise them right. Mm-hmm. Now, if you're worried about your kid and their literacy rates, get them some manga.
There it is.
There's still words. There's some pictures, and that's how you'll trick them. Mm-hmm. What, fail in English? Not with this 100 volumes of One Piece.
My reading speed skyrocketed.
Word. Have you read the book? Have you read the book of One Piece? That's it. Have you read about the Lord and Savior Oda? Does he know? Do you know what he's done for you lately? Since 1998, have you known what he's been doing for you lately? Devil is a liar. Yeah.
As literacy rates fall across the U.S., this is our answer: manga and subtitles.
Ooh,
manga and subtitles.
Yes.
People say sub versus dub. It's all the same now, but here's a solid reason to go sub over dub.
Educational.
Practice reading, sight reading, speed reading.
You have
quick glimpse. Go back down for another sip of ramen.
Do they still do SATs? Do they have SATs?
They still do SATs.
Ladies and gentlemen, you got SATs coming up.
And with the fall of, I was about to say Roe v. Wade. No, with the fall of affirmative action, they're actually weighing some standardized testing heavier. So if you're worried about that reading section on the SATs, that reading comprehension, that which word fits in the blank, pick up some manga for your kids. Forget the SAT study books.
I mean, you do both.
Hey, I didn't study for the SATs.
I let Jesus take the wheel with that one.
What did I do? I read manga in subtitles.
Jesus, listen, if I know it, I know it. If I don't, Lord, A, B, C, E, B, C, D. There it is. There it is. That's a devil is a liar. Yeah.
I don't know if that's a real song, but
that's a real song that's been doing numbers on TikTok. It's good. Don't worry. In the name of the Lord.
But that's all. But that's honestly the answer to the question. To get more people normalized, find someone who's not and brainwash them. It only takes a second. It just takes one series, and you're done.
With a good book.
You don't need a lot to convert somebody, because the manga sells itself.
Yeah,
I think a good story sells itself.
Part of it is just figuring out what they're into, like they said on the panel. Figure out what they're into and hand them something that's right up their alley. Like I always say, for my cousin, it was initial D. He was into cars. Here you go, nice little racing anime.
There it is.
Welcome, buddy.
And
he saw Terminator anime before me. I still haven't watched it.
There it is. And you know what's so great? Everybody on that panel was over the age of 30.
Oh yeah.
That felt great. That felt great. I was like, I'm with my peoples. I feel like we should be taking Geritol and
I mean, you were almost with your peoples because you were the only one that's clapping properly, and I felt so bad that Brie wasn't there to help you clap.
Yo.
I know. I wish I was there, but you know what? We're starting to drag on. So as we're ending this, Patty, I want to ask you. We're gonna end this how we started with a bit of trivia. Can you name me 2 anime with office place romances?
And what's that anime with that guy who gets icy cold when he gets nervous?
I know what you mean.
You know what? I know exactly what you're talking about. I just need you to name it. Already, you're doing better than 99% of people I spoke to. You practically said the title, Patty. You practically had it.
Called. Oh man.
Oh,
there it is. There it is. Oh, and the other one, the little girl with the senpai. There it is.
My senpai is annoying. Thank you. Thank you. That is why you're on this podcast.
Okay, give one to Durs. Give one to Durs.
Nah, leave me out of this.
I gave him most of mine already.
Out of this.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning into the Black Ramen Podcast. If you want more trivia, don't be afraid to check out our link tree that is always in our Instagram, Black Ramen Podcast. You go on our link tree, you're going to see a link to purchase the Black Ramen Anime Trivia Book Part 1, because I'm telling you right now, the way Derby is in the trenches trying to get famous quotes that need to be remembered in the next book. So you don't want to be left out in the cold. Definitely get yourself a Black Ramen Trivia book.
A lot of Blue-Eyed Samurai.
A lot. Yes, I wasn't ready.
Like,
I was not ready.
Showing, that's going to be in the book.
Has to be in the book. Has to be in the book. And while you're doing that, you definitely want to, match up with the book. Get you some Black Ramen merch, ladies and gentlemen. So we do have our merch on the link tree on our. It's on Redbubble, but it is on our link tree. So it's 1, 2, 3. You get there. Don't forget. Leave us, you can email us any questions that you want so we could talk about it on the show. We'll shout you out or not, depending on what you like, depending on what you want. And that's about it. Don't forget to have your notifications on our Instagram so we can keep you posted on what's going on with the Discord on Shonen Pump with our trivia nights. Get involved, get active. As long as you're doing it with us, you'll be fine. And with that being said, wait, let me make sure if there's any final words from my lovely co-hosts.
Not at all. And that Discord is called the Village Hidden in the Fet. We will have more information on how to join and get involved.
With that being said, anything else, Derbs? No, nothing.
I said peace.
Peace. There it is. Peace.